Hey there, pop culture enthusiasts and nostalgia nerds. I'm Flashback Fiona, your guide on this thrilling journey through the vibrant, eccentric, and totally rad decades of yesteryear. Join me as we explore the quirks and charms of the past, one nostalgic nugget at a time. So, grab your high-waisted jeans, dust off that vintage band tee, and let's get this flashback party started.
Sir,
What?
are either one of these any good?
I don't watch movies.
Well, have you heard anything about either one of them?
I find it's best to stay out of other people's affairs.
You mean you haven't heard anybody say anything about either one of these?
Nope.
The cult classic. You know the type. Those films that bombed harder than a stand-up comedian at a funeral, but somehow found their way into our hearts. And midnight screenings. Today, we're diving into why people can't get enough of these cinematic oddballs, even when the critics roll their eyes so hard they risk a sprain. So, grab your popcorn, let's get weird. First off, let's talk zeitgeist. Cult classics are like those time capsules we buried in the schoolyard, brimming with the cultural quirks of their era. These movies might not tick the boxes of polished Hollywood fare, but they resonate with the eccentric spirit of their time. Think Scarface, which despite initial mixed reviews, has become the definitive ode to 80s excess and gangster bravado. Or Blade Runner, the dystopian fever dream that still makes us question our future.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. I watched sea beams glitter in the dark near the 10-house gate.
They capture the essence of their time, warts and all, and that's what makes them stick. And then there's the community. Cult classics are basically the geekdom equivalent of a secret handshake. Midnight screenings, cosplay, and fan conventions. These aren't just events, they're rituals. They create a space where people can bond over their shared love for something that, let's be honest, mainstream audiences just don't get. It's like a club where the price of admission is knowing all the best lines from Office Space and shouting them in unison at the screen. Speaking of rebellion, watching cult classics is a big, cinematic middle finger to the establishment. These films challenge the status quo, from their unconventional narratives to their what-were-they-thinking aesthetics. Fans revel in this defiance, finding joy in what others might call bad or weird. It's an act of personal rebellion against the sanitized tastes of the mainstream and the hoity-toity judgments of critics. Because really, who wants to be told what to enjoy? Just ask the legions of Clerks fans who saw Kevin Smith's black and white debut and thought, this guy gets it. Now let's get personal. Nostalgia. Cult classics often evoke that warm, fuzzy feeling of simpler times. Maybe you stumbled upon Big Trouble in Little China during a late-night TV binge, or it was the wacky, genre-bending adventure you didn't know you needed. These movies are tied to personal memories and emotional moments that no critic's snarky review can diminish. They're like old friends who, despite their flaws, you can't help but love. Interestingly, time can be kind to these misfit movies. Initial critical reception might have been harsher than a Simon Cowell audition critique, but many cult classics undergo a renaissance of sorts.
I don't care if they lay me off either, because I told Bill that if they move my desk one more time, then I'm quitting. I'm going to quit. And I told Dom too, because they've moved my desk 4 times already this year, and I used to be over by the window and I could see the squirrels, and they were married, but then they switched.
Office Space wasn't exactly a box office hit, but now, it's practically a religion for anyone who's ever wanted to smash a fax machine. These films often get reevaluated, gaining the appreciation they always deserved, but were too ahead of their time to receive. So, why do we love cult classics? They're time capsules of cultural weirdness. They create communities, they let us rebel, and they hold a special, nostalgic place in our hearts. While critics have their place, the true magic of these films lies in their unpredictable charm and the passionate fans who embrace them. Cult classics are a testament to the idea that sometimes the best things in life are the ones you discover and love on your own terms. Critics be damned.
Well, this is the last time I rent here.
You'll be missed.
Screw you!
Hey, you're not allowed to rent here anymore.
Yeah!